don't know if you folks are getting any of this information about the big Trump divorce, the big Trump split up, the big Trump separation, and the pending settlement here. But it's really out of control in New York City. Every day, 2 of the 3 or 4 newspapers, the first 5 or 6 pages, nothing about the Trumps, nothing but news about the Trumps. Now listen to this. I believe it's just about over. And before it gets uglier, I couldn't be happier that they've reached this settlement. Let's just go on to the next joke. You know, ladies and gentlemen... I'm still trying to figure out what happened. Last night, I go home at 8 o'clock. Let's go on to the third joke. Well, I don't know what's happening exactly. I just felt like maybe we should keep moving.
I see.
Because the first joke, I talked myself down a long dead end. Thinking, see, here's what happened actually. I was thinking I was doing one joke, and I remember just before the show, we decided not to do that joke, so I've set up the wrong joke.
Right.
Yeah. I do the long, big setup for the Trump thing, and actually the joke was about the weather. So what good would that have done me? But, you know, seriously, ladies and gentlemen, speaking of global peace, Washington Mayor Marion Barry, you know, now he's down in this rehabilitation center in Florida, and I think this is pretty good because he's finally now kicked his, I believe there was an addiction to perhaps alcohol and to perhaps a controlled substance. He's clear of those problems, but now it turns out, oh, poor man is addicted to Perrier. All right, well, let's see. Good idea, sir. We'll go back to the first joke. Yeah, okay. Boy, I just screwed them both completely. You know, this Trump divorce thing is just getting uglier and uglier. Today, Donald Trump hired Jacoby, and Ivana hired Myers. So, just give me that joke back before it hurts someone else. We'll destroy the joke. This is before some kid comes in here on a tour over the weekend and hurts himself on this joke. You know, I'm still trying to figure out what I did wrong last night. I programmed my VCR to record Cosby. And then at 8 o'clock, the garage door opens. What? Man, oh, man. Forget this part. We got a great show tonight. Here's our friend, Paul James. The camera for you. Right there.
Hello, America, from the Liverpool Chambers stand. Yeah, hi, Dan.
Oh, nice to see you.
Got the extreme close-up here. How are you this evening?
I'm terribly upset that I screwed up those jokes because I came out here. I'm in a great mood. I had a wonderful time last night.
I know. Your mood has not been upset. What did you do last night?
Well, as you know, I'm dating Ivana Trump.
Yeah. Happy about that.
So
what did you kids do last night?
Last night, I took her to see Cats.
Ah. Always a good date in New York City.
Yeah, we had a very nice night.
She hadn't seen it, I understand.
No, that's right. I got some of those 2-for tickets. And anyway, this weekend she's coming up to the house, and I have that videotape of the hockey fights. We're going to watch that.
Oh, she'll love that.
Man, first big trouble on the subway this morning.
What happened?
You know, for the last 2 or 3 months, I've been riding trouble-free on the New York.
It's true that you really take the subway to work.
This morning, we go one stop, track fire.
Uh-oh.
Track fire. Everything just kind of rolls to a stop. The doors are closed. The guy says, track fire, run for your lives. That's what the guy says. He says, everything from here all the way up to Vermont is dead. It's
wow.
The tunnel is filling up with smoke, and people are being trampled, and the doors are closed. So I had to pry my way out of the doors. Yeah. And then fortunately, we're right there at a stop. We're like Houston.
That's good.
So I go up the stairs, and there's big iron gates on the exit. You can't get up out of that stop. Now, what does that mean?
Wow.
So then I had to crawl down the rails underneath the car to the next stop.
Really? Did you do that?
I hopped the turnstile and I go up there, and I realize now when I'm above ground again, I don't have any money. I didn't even bring any money with me because all I really needed was the token.
Yeah.
So I have to hail a cab and then have him wait in front of the building when I run upstairs and get the money, or Rose would come down and pay him off, you know.
Rose, your sister.
You know, I hear people criticizing cab drivers in New York City, and I don't like to do that. But the truth of the matter is, if I want to be driven around a big city by a guy named Miguel who doesn't speak English, I'll go to Madrid. thought maybe someone famous walked in. Hey, let's do our top 10 list and then get on with this silly little show. That ever happen to you, Paul? Track fire on the subway?
I've never happened to me.
Oh, man, I was
In all
scared.
my years of riding the subway.
I was shaking like a bunny.
Imagine. And you crawled underneath the rails.
About a quarter of a mile. That's
wow,
right.
on your hands and knees.
That's right. I felt like Charles Bronson in The Great Escape.
Yeah.
Here we go. The category tonight, top 10 Donald Trump pickup lines. Gee, I wonder if there'll be anything in here about the Trump Tower. Well, let's see. Number 10. How'd you like to be a New York Post headline? Number 9. Haven't I evicted you somewhere before? Number 8. You don't know Marvin Mitchelson, do you? Number 7. Care to take a ride on the Trump shuttle? Well, we're getting close. Number 6. I'd like to do to you what I did to Merv. Number 5. Number 5. Can I introduce you to Don King? Number 4. Hello, I'm Donald Trump. Number 3. Tired of always running to the automated cash machine. Number 2. I'm good friends with Dave Letterman. Number 1. Number 1. That is a roll of hundreds in my pocket, and I am glad to see you. So I said to the guy, I won't even tell you what I said to the guy, but the cab driver sometimes can make you a little nuts.
You were a little upset with your cab driver.
Yeah, I understand. And what are those beaded things they're sitting on? What is the deal on those?
For their circulation.
I need one of those. Morty, get me one of them things and put it right here on this chair.
Blood circulation.
I said, I'm going. I told him exactly where I'm going. I can't even do this. This is terribly unfair because I couldn't go to Spain and drive a cab if my life depended on it. But I said to the guy, I said, I want to go to Midtown. I gave him the address, and I said, and I would like to go up the West Side Highway. And he says to me, after writing this all down, he says, Huxton? I said, no, I said nothing about Huxton. I don't even know what that means. Let's do our viewer mail. Here we go. But you understand, Paul, if I had to travel to a different culture, I couldn't survive, so these people are doing it, and God bless them for it. Oh, I see. You're leaving me on my own here. Huh?
Well, no, that was a lovely disclaimer, and, we're happy that...
You think I'm in trouble?
No.
Yeah, okay.
You love all peoples of the world equally.
That's right. I'm a people person. Here we go. Letter number 1. Huxton. That's right. We'll be going up Huxton. Letter number 1. Dear Dave, I'm sitting... this is our viewer mail, by the way. These are letters from people. Yeah, they write in.
Oh, we do this every Friday night.
There we go. Thank you very much.
We used to have a theme.
I'm sitting in a boring meeting trying to look like I'm taking notes. Sincerely, Kristen Groff, Minneapolis, Minnesota. Oh, that's interesting. But Kristen, I think it is wrong, actually, to be writing personal letters during a meeting. No matter how boring it gets, it's rude, it's not fair to your boss, so no matter how dull, no matter how lackluster, how mind-numbingly tedious your job gets, please, no letter writing. Paul, you'll back me up on this, right? No letter writing if it's... Paul? Paul? Excuse Paul.
Were you talking to me?
Paul. Yeah, right. So you're all of a sudden the hero over there with your stationary items.
Give me a prop. I go with you.
Letter number 2. Dear Dave, I was wondering why you have a manager, Jack Rollins, since you won't be looking for a job for a while. What could this guy possibly do for you? Sincerely, Kirk and Ann Dickinson, San Diego, California. Good question. Kirk and Ann, frankly, I resent your implication that my manager, Mr. Jack Rollins, serves no important purpose. Jack has been my manager for over 35 years, and believe me, this man is worth his weight in gold. If it weren't for Jack Rollins, I wouldn't be on this television show you're watching right now. In fact, here he is, Jack Rollins. Jack, I want to take a minute here, Jack, and I want to thank you for everything you've done for me, especially giving me the opportunity to have this television show right here on NBC.
A television show.
Right.
I'll get right on it, Dave.
No, Jack, I have the television show.
You do?
Yeah.
You do?
Yes.
How wonderful. Congratulations.
Thank you very
Evan.
much, Jack.
Thank you.
I
Thank you.
appreciate that. Jack Rollins. And Jack, before you go, how about doing your catchphrase just one more time for the
Yeah.
folks?
Sorry, pal. That ain't strudel.
I think I've chilled everyone with my remarks about the cab driver. Is that what it is?
I don't think
Nobody
so.
wants to come out here with me now.
Well, Jack was, but we know you don't really mean that.
I don't mean anything badly about it. I just
Cab
wonder
drive.
how it is if you don't speak English, you can get a license to drive a cab. That's all.
That's true.
I'm just perplexed by that.
That's true.
Yes, we'll be taking Huxton. Go right up, Huxton.
It's true. It's perplexing.
Letter number 3. Dear Dave, I am a struggling college student at the University of Texas. All I want to do is watch football and drink beer. I feel my life is going nowhere. Can you please give me some advice on how you did it so I can someday graduate? This comes from Jason Black, Austin, Texas. Jason, frankly, I'm touched that you would ask me for my advice. In a way, you kind of remind me of myself when I was your age. You see, Jason, I too spent my college years watching football and drinking beer. Believe me, I rarely attended classes and never studied and hardly changed clothing. Self-esteem, believe me, virtually non-existent. And then one day, something happened. I had just finished a six-pack, and as I reached for another beer, I knocked the lamp into my roommate's aquarium, starting a pretty bad fire. As the smoke filled up with, the room filled up with smoke, to save my own life, I jumped out the second floor window and landed on a badly rusted brake. As a result, of course, my back was injured, and I threatened a lawsuit. After extended negotiations, my school agreed to an out-of-court settlement, and I requested that I leave and never return. So, with quite a large sum of money in my hand, I headed on there to California, and within a year, I was appearing on Hollywood Squares, and then it was only a matter of time until I was offered my own show. So, Jason, what I'm really trying to say is make the best of your opportunities. God bless you, and thank you very much for writing. Could I possibly do a little more reading on the show? Do a bad job of it as well.
Working overtime.
Letter number 18. Here we go. Dear Dave, since there are so many new late-night talk shows on, will my friends think I am uncool for still watching your show? Concerned Kelly Wilfer's Hot Springs, Arkansas. Kelly, you shouldn't care what other people think. If you don't want to keep watching, if you do want to keep watching, what difference does it make at this point? If you want to keep watching, then by all means, keep watching. Okay, Kelly?
Okay, thanks, Dave. I'll stay for a few more minutes.
Okay. Are we running a little bit late? Perhaps we can edit out a few of my mistakes. Would that tighten things up? It's a magic night. You can feel it. We'll be right back here with the Kid Inventions.